And now I'm used to like being in nice places. I'm not saying that I've never been anywhere nice before or been to a nice house, but I'm also very conscious that not everybody lives the way some of these people homes that I'm in live. So I'm talking about this kitchen that I was in held 50 people easily. So imagine the size of this kitchen where 50 people were in one kitchen without even stepping over each other or bumping into each other. That is a huge home. My kitchen can't hold 50, maybe 15 comfortably, but definitely not 50. So I just had Jazz come in. If you guys have any questions about your home and home improvement, 866-801-TALK. Jazz, welcome to the show. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. And you brought Nyla.
Hi, I brought my little baby.
Hi, Nyla.
Nyla.
She's like, okay.
She's like,
if she wants to sit in the big chair, she can sit in the big chair. We can make her a part of the show as well. Jazz, how you doing?
I'm good.
I'm
good. I was going to try to go live on IG, but I couldn't
Can't figure it out, right?
Enough. No, I know how to do it. I just...
It's hard. Listen, we were just talking about like being in places now where people show up to parties and phones and all kind of fun stuff and trying to figure all this out now. And we come from a time where we didn't always necessarily do that.
Right.
And now it's important. You taking pictures, you doing stuff. Now it's important for people to have their phone more so than their purse. I've seen people like they don't know where their purses are, but they know where that phone is. So people have it at all times. But I wanted to bring you in. I was talking about a party that I was at and how beautifully decorated the home was from like head to toe. Now, well, from basement to attic, put it like that. And I can't I can't say that everyone would have that type of budget to do, but with the holidays coming and you kind of want to feel a little festive, or maybe going into the new year, you want to make some changes to your home. In your opinion, what are some of the easy, quick things that people can do, you being an expert in the field, to get their home together? So maybe with a $500 budget, let's just say starting on your bedroom.
Okay. So are we talking about a $500 budget for the party? The holiday gathering?
No, not the party. No, just
okay.
like if you wanted to do a room. No, this party probably was somewhere in the thousands.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Which you can do parties for much cheaper than that.
You can, right? We'll get into that too, especially for the holidays. But just starting with the home, because I think when you walk into your house, at least for me, when you walk into your house, you want that feeling of, I'm home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. And that's what you have to remember, is that you want that feeling, I'm home, I'm inhabiting my space. So what are the things that you love? What are the colors, the tones, the textures that make you feel at peace, make you feel at home? And that's where you have to start, because you don't want to do a cookie cutter like, oh, I saw this on a design blog. Oh, I saw this in so-and-so's house, or this celebrity had this. You want to really get into kind of interviewing yourself, doing some self-work, like not self-work, but self-care, like where you're just gonna, take an inventory of the things that you love. So you start with texture. Do you love cozy? Do you want to feel soft textures in there? Do you want to feel more industrial textures? Like, what is your personality? Also bringing nature in, because that always makes us feel at peace. But what type of nature makes you feel at peace?
Right.
So you want to, what type of plants do you want to bring in? Do you like ferns that are hanging from the ceiling? Do you like more of a tall plant in the corner? What, when you look at it, makes you feel at peace? And if something doesn't make you feel at peace when you see it, you don't need to buy it for your space. So you start there, because we do a lot of waste when we purchase things for redecorating our homes. We buy a lot of things, we'll go to one of these home stores, we'll buy a lot of little knickknacks that like, oh, that looks cool. And then you get it all home and you're like, this doesn't go with this, or this doesn't really make me feel good. You want to just purchase the things that make you feel good, and you can cut a lot of budget there.
Right.
Secondly, you can there are so many ways to online thrift.
Wait, there's online thrifting?
Well, I call it that,
Okay, all right.
I don't know if I can shout out those websites.
Okay, okay. No, I got it. All right.
Where things are gently used, and you can purchase those things for your home. It's because that's a less expensive way to do it. You can find an amazing West Elm couch. We did it for Living by Design, an amazing West Elm couch for like a few $100s because someone just realized, oh, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work in my space, or it doesn't work anymore. But there's also actual thrift shops. I found some amazing things in thrift shops that are just knickknacks. And as far as your bedding, you really don't have to get crazy expensive with your bedding.
No?
A lot of the stores that you go to, those big box stores, are expensive because of the name brand. But you don't necessarily have to care about name brands. You can just get stuff that really works for you and is functional for you. And as far as redoing your bedroom, you want to look at what you already have. So you don't need to necessarily go out and buy completely new sheets unless your sheets are just completely done. You need a new bedspread to overhaul it, a couple little throw pillows, something like that, or pillowcases for those throw pillows, which you can get at any store. Like, I don't know, can I mention stores?
Well, just we're having a real conversation about it. What I wanted to ask you, Jazz, these pillows that you see, like, you know, when you go into like the department stores, it doesn't matter, Macy's, anyway, and they have the bedding section. These beds are so beautifully made up. And I got bit the first time when we first bought our house. I was like, I want my bed to look like this. And I bought all of these damn pillows and had no place to put them when it was time to get into bed and go to sleep. I'm like, where do you put all of these?
You don't have like a side chair or something?
Man, ain't no side chair in my room. I bought the biggest bed. I bought a California king size bed. I bought this organizing system for clothes and all this other kind of stuff. So I don't have like a nightstand or a night table or anything. And I guess I could have put a chest in front of my bed, but I didn't do that.
Would you feel better with having a nightstand? Like, do you read at night? Do you need a lamp?
No.
So you like your bed being the main centerpiece.
That's it.
So then you go with that. What's wrong with all the throw pillows?
There's no place to put them when it's time to go to sleep. I can't put
what
them
about
on
the closet?
There's shoes in there, Jazz. I ain't got no time for no throw pillows. All my shoes in my closet. JazzSmollet is here. Let everybody know about your show and what time it comes on.
Yes. So Living by Design is on Clio TV. It comes on every Saturday at noon. I mean, now it's in repeats until the next season. But so I guess it comes on kind of all throughout the day on Saturday.
And you and your brother are on that show as well.
Me and my brother Jake.
Shout out to Jake.
Smollett.
Love him. And listen, Heather B Live crew, if you love TV, you can check out Jazz Show and don't want to pay a lot of money for cable. Say goodbye to spending hundreds of dollars every single month. Now, you don't have to get rid of cable, but you could try Philo out. It has more than 50 channels. You could do live and on demand. You could download the app on your television, your laptop, your phone, or your tablet. You can watch all of your favorite shows, and this is a good time to make the switch. The best part about it is that you don't have to like leave your credit card if you want to sign up for Philo. Here's what you do. Go to philo.tv/XM. I'll read it again. Philo.tv/XM. philo.tv/XM to begin your free 7-day trial. It is free. You don't have to leave a credit card. All you have to do is leave your phone number, and you'll get started in seconds to check out philo.tv/XM. JazzSmollet is here, and we're talking about home decorating and doing some fun things for your home and doing it on a budget. You know, I was just mentioning I was at this party, and this home, it was a 5-bedroom, 5-bath. Like this place was like laid out, and most people don't have the budget to do that. But you want to walk in your house, as I said earlier, and have that feeling of like, ooh, I am here. So JazzSmollet is here to talk to us about that. We got more with her coming up next. Heather B Live, what's good on this Monday, December 16th? Today is actually National Anything Covered in Chocolate Day. Oh, just be fat for the entire season. I mean, why not?
Chocolate is good for you.
That's what they say, but they don't.
Antioxidants.
They tell you that.
I love chocolate. Don't
Me too. Yeah. But then I'm like 4 peppermint barks in, and I'm like, this wasn't good. I wasn't supposed to eat everything.
No, I be killing people at the holidays with my flourless chocolate cake.
That cake is so amazing. Is
Thank
that the cake that
you.
you brought us with Jake?
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that cake is
Y'all
so
ate
good.
it when we left.
We ate it while y'all were there, and we ate it when y'all left. That cake was so good. JazzSmollet is here, hanging out, Heather B Live, answering all your questions about home design, food as well, because she's an amazing cook. Her brother, it's just amazing. She's here hanging out with us to answer your questions. 866-801-TALK. While I give you some more facts for today. Also, Cardi B. She gifted her husband Offset $500,000 for his birthday, and social media is upset. People are saying that he was paid $500,000 for being a cheat. Is that a good gift, you think, or is she sending the wrong message? No, stay the hell out of people's business. Who cares? They're married. If that's what she wants to do for her husband, she decided to forgive him for cheating. That's them. Like, who are we to say what's what? You know, like, I'm not at that place yet in my life, Jazz, where if my husband cheated on me, I would forgive him.
People should mind their business and decorate their house.
That's it. Just
at the end of the day.
That's their
house. Bake a chocolate cake.
Yeah, bake a cake. That's their house. And you have to just worry about your house. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's why you hear Jazz to talk to the people. Anyway, Jazz is here answering questions about home design. I was fascinated because I was mentioning it. I was at a home this weekend for my friend's birthday. And it's one of those homes that you walk into and you're like, wow, I wish this was my dream home. You know, like I would want to be here every single day. But then I realized for me, where I am in my life, I have my dream home. Mm-hmm. Like I'm making my home is my home. Exactly. And when I first bought the house, we didn't have the money to do everything crazy, like come in and hire painters and hire a designer. So I discovered Oops Paint by going to Home Depot and Lowe's, and they have that section of paint where people don't like the color once they open it up, so they call it Oops. And so this $30 and $40 paint is $5.
Exactly.
The only problem is it's only one can usually of it, so you have to make sure.
You gotta be a little conservative with how much you.
So it's only like really for a bathroom or a really small room, because ain't no going back to do like a third coat. It's just like this is the one color that you get. But I was able to get like really, really Ralph Lauren, different, brands in that Oops section.
Speaking of bathrooms, people are going crazy with their bathrooms now.
What are you seeing?
You see this? Yeah, like wallpaper is back in bathrooms.
People use wallpaper?
Yeah, people starting to use wallpaper again.
Really?
Yeah, it's a thing, like floral wallpaper. Especially this coming year.
Wallpaper reminds me of my grandmother's house.
Palm tree wallpaper.
Really? Are you doing that in people's homes now?
If they want it.
You just give them.
I give them that option.
You give them the option of it.
They might like that.
Is wallpaper expensive?
Monochromatic stuff is coming back too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In what
I
rooms?
don't love that all the time.
Okay.
It depends on how you do it, but some people really love it. So even on Living by Design, we did something where the walls were like an artichoke green. Now that's my sound. It was really nice.
Okay.
And then we had a shelf that was a similar color.
Okay.
Yeah. Because earth tones are really nice. They're really warm. Warm, saturated colors are really nice now. There's too much craziness. There's too much cruelty in the world.
Yeah.
To not have a sense of warmth in your house. So cool tones are kind of fading out. Remember, people were doing grays for a long time?
Yeah.
A lot of gray walls, a lot of gray cabinetry, gray furniture, different tones of grays. Like that's kind of being replaced by warmer colors now.
By warmer colors.
Earth tones.
Wow.
And you can do that on your sofas too. But I wanted to go back to what you were saying about the pillows and all those pillows on those beds in those stores.
Yeah.
You have to realize there's no people on those beds. And they're trying to sell all those pillows.
All of them.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily work functionally for your house. However, I feel like if you have a lot of soft plush pillows, that could work. Because you can just if you're in a really nice hotel and they have a lot of soft plush pillows, you lay on those pillows. You don't take them off the bed.
You do.
Because they're not the hard fabric. They're not the decorative so-called pillows. They're the soft plush decorative pillows. So maybe a little lace trim, maybe a little, but it's still a soft plush pillow.
Yeah, see, Pier 1 used to get me, Jazz. Like, I would walk into Pier 1 and I wanted the whole section. And you realize how bad that is, because the next person comes in, want the same section as you. All of these stores, like, just you buy these rooms that's already set up, and it's no personality, as you mentioned before, to your home or your place of your space of peace where you walk into. Can we jump over to a kitchen really quickly? Because I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Absolutely. A lot of people do. To me, it's the gathering place of the home. But I'm also finding that, what do you do when you don't have a lot of counter space? Like, they have so many gadgets out right now that you want the air fryer, and you want the indoor smoker, and you want the 4-part toaster bagel maker. Like, you want all of these different gadgets, but where the hell do you put them, Jazz?
Okay, for starters, you don't always need all those gadgets. Did our grandmothers have all those gadgets? And our grandfathers? Like,
no, and their food was so good,
you know,
too.
Like nice cast iron pots. Okay? Like
everybody needs
roasting pans.
Okay.
Rice pots, things like that. But not to knock, some people like the gadgets. Like, some people are more gadget chefs, which is fine, you know, like this. Well, I'm not going to mention any specific gadgets. Okay. They're necessary. Right. But it's like, I feel like you can fry in a cast iron.
You can. I've fried chicken before in the kitchen, and it was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We bake our cornbread in that. Oh, everything. Right. But anyway, kitchen counter space. So if you do want this, I personally, for myself, don't like a lot of stuff on the counters. Okay. But like, I do have one of those electric mixers, because one of those stand mixers. Right, yeah, because I love to bake. I love to bake with my daughter, and those things are just so cute. But see, that's the thing. I can't even talk about people for wanting all those gadgets, because I just think this gadget is cute. Do I really need it? No, I can use the hand whisk. It hurts my arm.
It takes too long.
It takes a long time. When you're trying to beat an egg white and get it, you know, they're like, oh, until it gets a stiff peak to it. Oh, that hurts.
And how long does it normally take? Like 20 minutes? I can't do it for that long. But you bring out the hand mixer, and it's done in no time flat.
Right. But with that said, that's the only gadget that I try to keep on my counter. Everything else, but see, not everyone has a lot of cabinet space. So again, you have to go with what's functional for you. And you have to go with not paying attention to, they used to say, the Joneses, like not trying to keep up with the Joneses. You don't want to try to keep up with the Instagram models and the Insta people who their house looks totally curated with all these gadgets and stuff like that. It's a different thing. And although that's fun sometimes, you want to do what works best for you. So if you maybe pick one gadget that's going to be out on your counters, everything else is in your cabinet space. If you don't have enough cabinet space, then maybe you got to think about not having all those gadgets, because people aren't going to overcrowd their bedroom with their clothes. You're not going to buy more clothes than your closet can fit. So it's the same thing in the kitchen. Like, you don't want to buy more gadgets, more cookware than your kitchen can actually fit.
Jazz, these people selling these things are so good, though. Like, these commercials for these Instapots and these big, like, it's so good. And then Emerald Lagasse's on TV, like, selling you this stuff and these fryers, these air fryers, and you get sucked in these little commercials. And the next thing you know, Amazon is just dropping all this stuff over on your porch. Right?
No, I stay ordering from there, though.
You don't know what to do. Would you suggest shelves in your kitchen, or is that not like a good look?
I don't like the open shelves anymore.
Okay.
Like, and you know, the thing about open shelving is that you have to keep it curated again. So it's not necessarily functional to your everyday life. You can't just put, you know how sometimes you end up with mixed match glasses. Right. Maybe you went to your family member's house and you accidentally borrowed a glass, you know, and you end up, this don't go with nothing. Right. This mug, this whatever does not go with nothing you have. And now you got to curate but it doesn't look right because it's open. Or if you just need to put your dishes away real quick.
Yeah. Wow. That's
true. I don't really, I don't love the open cabinetry anymore.
Things should be tucked away and nice and neat, and just start cleaning out. This is the perfect time of year for that. It's like out with the old, in with the new. Just start getting rid of things.
Exactly.
And I have like 7 appliances on my counter right now.
Oh,
like
really?
I could think about like literally right now. But T-Mac,
put the bread in the refrigerator.
I put bread in the refrigerator too. I don't leave my bread out. All my bread is in the refrigerator. Okay, I don't have food out except for fruit and like potatoes and stuff like that I'm using all the time for cooking. But
I use your space too. You know, like those hanging baskets.
Yeah,
that we used to use back in the day. That's a cute
That
thing to
is
use
good.
sometimes now.
My grandmother and my mother had
Yeah.
hanging baskets. T-Mac, did your mom have the copper wire? It seemed like it was made out of...
She had that that hanging fruit basket with like 3 layers.
Yes,
You like those,
I
Jazz?
like those.
Okay.
Because, you know, like, I like the look of kind of bringing a little bit of old, you know, back in. It kind of brings a sense of legacy, a sense of home
Wow.
and family from the past, and a little bit of that, you know?
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to do, like, you know, some 1980s wallpaper in my kitchen. You know,
Got it.
wallpaper's cool.
Right.
But, you know, it's got to be, like,
oh my gosh.
modern, contemporary.
Jazz, you got me rethinking my whole kitchen now. I have an air fryer on my counter, a deep fryer, a toaster, a coffee pot.
But Heather, you use that stuff.
I use it though.
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
do you have somewhere to put the air fryer and the deep fryer that's not on your counter?
No, everything else is filled like, oh, and I have tons of. I just did my kitchen over, so
Oh, you did.
I-
What kind of counters did you do? You didn't do marble, right?
no,
Okay.
no. I think that's a huge. No knock on anybody that has, but
Yeah,
I just,
but it can get
It's
like
stained.
chipped. Like
Yeah.
it's really high maintenance.
and right, and if you cook a lot, it's just not practical.
Right.
It's just not. So, they told me to do like this granite kind of thing, so I got that.
Okay.
I liked it, so
Okay.
I got
what
it.
color is it?
It's mixed. I'm gonna show you on Instagram.
Oh,
Go to my
okay.
Instagram at the Happy Hour WHB. You guys,
Okay.
you can see my kitchen.
That's
And
exciting.
yeah, I love
what
it.
color did you do the cabinets?
The cabinets are like an espresso brown, and it kind of picks up off the
Girl,
floor.
that is in.
It's in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing good, y'all. I'm in.
Wait, are they?
866-801-TALK. I'm in. If you in, let us know. Yeah. So, and I did like this copper and espresso and mixed color floor. So the floor is kind of
Oh.
cool. It's a lot of like colors that make me feel
Okay.
comfortable and everything at home. Again, it's to me it was that feeling of walking in my home and feeling like
Right.
I'm home.
Right.
Another question I have for you though, are you with people painting their own homes? Because again, we initially couldn't afford when we were when we first bought the house, so I had to paint
Right.
everything myself.
Girl, I grew up like that. I mean, we painted everything. Like, we painted our homes always.
This
Or
time
apartments even.
Right, but this time I was able to have someone come in and I
Oh,
realized
okay.
what the difference was, like how neat
Right.
the job was. If you can afford for 1 or 2 rooms to be painted in your house or your apartment, which rooms would you suggest?
You should have your living room
Professionally
painted. If
Okay.
you can get it done.
Right.
Then have the living room professionally painted. And I would say the kitchen, because those are the higher traffic areas.
Okay.
You know, the bedroom, that's, you know, I feel like because it's usually smaller, you can do that.
For yourself in the
Yeah.
bathrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. In the bathrooms with this toilet game as well. Like I just went to when we had to do one of the bathrooms over, like buying a toilet. Like I'm just thinking, go to the Lowe's, go to the Home Depot, get a toilet. You're straight $79.
Right.
The guy was like, "Oh, you want to go look at the toilets?" I'm like, "It's a toilet. What do I
Right.
need to look at?" Yo, Jazz, they have these systems out now that are unbelievable. $900 for a freaking toilet bowl. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, I wouldn't.
$3,000 for a tub. You can get really
You can redo your whole bathroom for
no, I'm serious. So I ended up having to be practical. And so what I was able to do was rebuild and do an entire bathroom over for $1,500.
That's good.
Like in the house.
Yes.
But I almost got caught up. And I'm just saying for you to give some advice, how do we not walk into the stores and get sucked in? Because I was almost thinking like I really needed to just press a button to have like this whole system wipe my toilet down and have a circular. No,
I know, it's real.
You know which one I'm
I
talking
do,
about,
I
right?
do.
That's why I would say first you start with a list. And again, it goes back to what's important to you, what you love. Start with a list. What are your must-haves? Then do your research. You can't just walk into a store. You got to do your research and see what should toilets cost. Okay, if I believe that a toilet should be under $100, that's the toilet I'm getting because I have seen online. We are lucky with Google now. We can look
Yeah,
up anything
that's true.
and see what these things should cost. So that when we walk into the store and we're being upsold this $900 toilet because it has a gold flusher or something, like, I don't know, then we can be like, okay, now I know that I'd rather put that money somewhere else. So you stay on your budget because you've already done your research. It's like if you were going to do a production, you're going to do a budget. You're not just going to go out and be like, okay, I need this. Let me go hire somebody and they tell me the price. You need to find out what this stuff should cost and price everything out for that particular room and do it one room at a time.
Do one room at a time.
And really
Okay.
make a list of what you want. Do you need to replace your toilet? Do you need to replace your bathtub? What is important to you? Is the wall important to you? Like, what can you do to redo this room in a way that you will love it first, and then look at the budget and what should that cost you? So that when you go into these places, you're not going in blind because everyone's naming a price.
You're so right about the upsell, and I never thought of it that way, but that's what they sort of teach us in bartending. That's what we would. So basically, when you go to a bar, it had to be live crew. Listen to the hook right now. I'm giving you some game. So you go to the bar, you say, "Hi, can I have a vodka and cranberry?" And a trained mixologist is going to say, "Would you like Ciroc or Grey Goose?" In your mind, you're automatically going to say like Ciroc because you're thinking puffy and you want to turn up, right?
Right.
But the mixologist is thinking, I just got a $17 drink versus the $8 well drink.
Right.
Because the well is what you guys don't see. That's why they call it well drinks. When you see these happy hour signs, all well drinks $6. That's at the bottom where you can't even see it. That's in the speed rack. But we're trained to upsell. Y'all don't even know that once I put a mixer in it, you can't tell the difference between Ciroc, Grey Goose, or Tom's vodka.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you're
And
trained
that's why
to upsell.
you got to say, give me your least expensive.
Right. You can have,
Start there.
Start
What
there.
is your least? I'm serious. I walk into stores most times, and I say, show me your sale rack or your sale area. What are your deals right now? Or where is your least expensive toilet? I mean, toilet is just an example.
Yeah.
And start from there. Because I don't care. I want to start from there, see what I'm working with. Is this a trashy toilet? Okay, then I got to go up a little bit in price.
Right.
But is this a perfectly fine toilet and it's the least expensive one? Look, I got a deal. And that's the one I'm going to go with because there's no need to pay, like, more expensive does not mean better, prettier, nicer, more comfortable, more functional.
I would have never thought I would have been one of those people that get caught up in that. But I think what happens when we go into these home stores and you walk into places and you're putting a room together, it's very easy to get caught up because you're like, oh my gosh, this is nice. I was at one of the stores and Horse and I went in there. We started looking for couches and we sat down. I was like, this couch is perfect. Like it was big, it was wide. I got up. The lady said I could change the color. I flipped the tag over. That thing said $11,999, and I said, "You are a liar! Like this doesn't even." Your mother.
Where were you shopping? Were you in the city?
No, I was in the mall in New Jersey, Short Hills Mall.
Okay.
I was in New Jersey.
Mall prices are always going to be
Mall prices are higher,
yeah.
and when I went to the website, it was the same. Like they didn't even have a sale. And I was just like, wow, this is out of my, but it was the store, it was the store that I was in. And I realized like, okay, I need to figure this out because I can't even justify a $12,000.
I know that store.
No.
You know what store I'm talking about. And I don't want to put them on blast because they have really nice things in there. But it's just, it wasn't functional for me. And then I had
Was it cashmere?
No, it wasn't. It was cotton. Like it just felt like it was a cotton ass couch.
You could have made that yourself.
See, Jazz, I'm not like, girl, you making tables. Jazz does her thing, y'all. Jazz, give out your social real quickly before we have to wrap up the show.
My Instagram is JazzSmollet Warwell. If you just look up JazzSmollet, you'll find it because I know that's kind of low.
Yeah, no, but you're amazing at doing that. But it's easy for us to get caught up, and at the same time, you don't want to feel like you're being cheap and you're going into, hey, I'm going into this store because it's easy and they said they selling a 5-piece set for $5.99. So
but if it's cute,
nah.
See,
if it's cute,
I got caught up.
What if it's cute? And what if it's cute and you can get it reupholstered?
See, I never thought about the reupholstered side
There are
of it.
local reupholsterers who are amazing.
Wow.
For the show, we made this headboard that we saw. We made a headboard for $500, but it was like velvet. It was, this like blush velvet color. Really nice, custom made for $500.
Wow, that's not bad because I know
Right.
after
No,
doing
because this was a $2,000 headboard.
Yeah, and I didn't know
side.
headboards until I started doing the house over. I didn't know things were really that I wasn't even looking in that section because I couldn't really afford that. When you first buy a home, you're just looking to pay mortgage. You're just looking to pay your mortgage and just kind of
Right.
have something livable. Jazz, we got to bring you back on the show. Like
Yes,
seriously, so
I'd
you can.
love
The
to.
time flies by here all the time. Give out your social again.
My social is JazzSmollet Warwell
Okay.
on Instagram, and then Twitter is JazzSmollet. Facebook, I'm on there. I ain't checked it in a while.
Yeah,
so I
but you're
don't
on Facebook.
remember.
And the show, so people can watch it and check it out.
Living by Design is on Clio TV. You can also watch it online at Philo, or you can watch it on myclio.tv.
All right, make sure you guys check it out. Not only does she do design, but her and Jake are killing it with the food, everything. You guys are so good. T-Mac, give out your information.
Tremel MC on Instagram.
And I'm at the happy hour, WHB. Where's my song? What's your name? You can speak on the mic.
Oh, Jake.
Hi, Jake. How are you?
Good.
Can you find the song that I like to, because he's new here.
Oh, we're going out shortly though.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. I was going to say, just make sure you put on my girl, Mary, No More Drama. That's how we end the show every single day. Heather B Live crew, make sure you hit me up. If you have any questions for Jazz, you could definitely do that. Make sure you hit me up as well. And we always like to end the show on a really good note. T-Mac found something cool. She says, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. So make sure you are the sunshine for the day. That's nice,
I
right?
love that.